Hello everyone, this is the first lesson recording for IM1, April 20th, 2021. Before we get started, please make sure you have some tracing paper or some see-through paper because you're really going to need it today. Alright, as a warm-up, what we're going to start with is some more reflection practice. So if you have access to a printer, I am going to put these two links in the chat, in fact all three links. If you have access to a printer, can you please print out both these documents? You're going to need the second one for classwork. The first one is the warm-up. So can you print out both? If you do not, for now you're just going to be working on Jamboard and you're going to be working on Desmos later on. If you are on campus, you can certainly come over and pick up the handouts. That will be helpful for you. Alright, so you are going to be following the instructions and do the warm-up reflection practice B, and you're going to start off like this. Those people who are printing it out, the document looks like this, and you are going to do the reflection according to the instruction that is provided here. And those people who are working on Jamboard, the Jamboard will look like this. And the instructions are all there as well, and you're going to follow the instructions. Here we go. On the Jamboard, the first instruction is asking you to reflect shape A and B across the y-axis. So first thing is identify your shape. A and B needs to be reflected, and the line of reflection is going to be this y-axis. Okay, so pretend that there is a mirror right there. So you're flipping these two images. So remember the distance from each of the vertex from the line of reflection, the perpendicular distance is the same. So this point right here, the corresponding point to this right here, where is that? It's 2 units away. So it's the 2 unit on the opposite direction. It is right here. Okay. What about this point right here? It is 2, 4, 6 units away. So 2, 4, 6 is right here. So 2, 4, 6. And then from that point, we have 6 units away. 2, 4, 6 from this point here. So I'm going to go to the right. 2, 4, 6 right here. Okay. Now that I've drawn my 3 vertices for this triangle, I can draw the line, and to do that I can do shift and then go from this line to this point, and then another shift, draw from this point to the second vertex, and shift, and so that's my reflected B. So I can write B right here to say this is my B reflected. Now what about this point right here? That's going to be 2, 4, 6 units away. 2, 4, 6 units away. So it's going to be at this level. Then from here, this point is 2, 4, 6, 10 away from the line at this level. So it's 2, 4, 6, 10. Right here, and the other point is 4 down from there, so it's going to be this point right here. So now I am going to join my points. Okay, and that is my A. Alright, so I've got A and B. Now reflect shape C and D across that y is equal to x. That's the diagonal line. So I'm going to leave that for now and do the E and F first. E and F, this is the E and F, needs to be reflected along the x-axis. X-axis is the horizontal axis. So now pretend that we have a mirror right here. That means these two shapes are going to be reflected onto this space right here. So again, I count. Okay, so 1, 2 units away from number 6 here. So the new point that corresponds to this point is going to be right there. This point is 2, 4, 5 units away. So get the level, and then 2, 4, 5 level points away. It's going to be here. And this point right there is 2, 4, 6, 8 units away. So 2, 4, 6, 8 right there. So we just need to join those points. So again, to get the line tool, I do Shift and then join, Shift and join, and then Shift and join. So that is my E. What about my F? Well, F is going to be exactly at that point right there. And I know that it's going to go, it's a diamond, it's going down, up, and down. So I can actually even figure this out, what it looks like. Okay, so now hopefully you're starting to visualize the shape a little bit more so that you don't have to reflect each of the point individually. Okay, so then that's my F. Now I have C and D. Now the y is equal to negative x. First thing you need to do is you need to figure out where is my line y is equal to negative x. Y is equal to x is the diagonal line that's going this way. Y is equal to negative x is a diagonal line that's going this way. Alright, so to draw that diagonal line, I am going to use a different color. Okay, it's going to go through this point, and this point, and so on. And likewise here. Okay, so it's going to go through 10, 10, 10 minus 10, and 10 minus 10 right here. So let me draw a line through that. Okay, so I am reflecting this shape C and D across this line there. Now, one way to do this is to just measure the perpendicular line. So if I was to draw a perpendicular line like so, okay, and I can measure this distance and go the other direction. Okay, so this is going to be, if I use my ruler, I can measure it and say that that is going to be 1.6 centimeters or 1.7 centimeters. So I need to go 1.7 centimeters the other direction, and that point corresponds to this point right there. And I know that this point, if I was to draw a perpendicular line, it's approximately 3 centimeters, and I know that it's going to go through the grid intersection. So 3 centimeters from there is going to be, well, let's do the other one first. Okay, so that's a little bit tricky. So that's going to be 1.8 again. So 1.8 from here is going to give me that point. Actually, I've made a mistake there. That is not the corresponding point. That's not always very accurate. So let me undo that. Okay, to figure out to use the patty paper, that will be easy. Okay. However, if you don't have access to a patty paper, is there another way? Well, you can draw an L to each of the points. Okay, so if I draw from the origin, or whatever the point on the line of reflection, Well, I can draw a line right here, all the way here. Okay, just think about this line right there. If I was to reflect just this line on the mirror, what do you think it would look like? It would be going this direction, wouldn't it? Okay, but how about how many units? 2, 4, 6, 7 units, right? So I can go 7 units this way, and that's going to lead me to this point right there. Okay? All right, what about this point? I can just go directly to the line of reflection, and I can see that it is 2, 4, 6, 7 units away. If I reflected this line, what do you think it would look like on the other side? It will look like this direction, and it's going to go up by 7, so that's 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, let me just count again. 2, 4, 6, 7. So I need to go 7 right this direction, and so it's going to be right there. And then this point right here is just going to be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 units, so instead of 7, I am going to go 8, 9, 10, 11. So I am going to draw a triangle that looks like this. Okay, so that's my C being reflected. And now D. Okay, so D is the same point as 2, 4, 6, 8 units away from this point. So in this time, we're going to reflect that line, and it's going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, which is right there. Okay, so that's the D. That's this point corresponding. What about this point? That is, how many units from this point here? 2, 4, 6, 8. And so if I was to reflect it, I am going to go this way, and 2, 4, 6, 8 will be right here. So I am going to draw a line that looks like joins this point. Okay, and then from here, this goes to 8 points, but 10, 12, so this is going to go 12 to right here. So I'm going to join that point, and it's going to look like this. So, and that is my D reflected across the x, y is equal to negative x. Okay, so this is my picture. What is this a picture of? What is this a picture of? I would say the closest thing is a fish. Okay, you might see something different, but that's what I think. Okay, so some announcements. I do want to put in a plug-in for in-person learning. The students who are coming into school, they're finding that it is easier to focus. You certainly get more reliable internet. The resources are provided, like the handouts and petty paper and homework and things like that. And you also even get free lunch. So I would strongly suggest maybe you should consider, if you haven't done so already, to see if in-person is an option for you. But the deadline to apply is tomorrow. That's Tuesday, or actually that today. Tuesday, April 20th, and either of your parents either need to call or email the school office for you to be able to come into school starting from next Monday. Alright, something else. Homework videos are now posted on Canvas, as I have said before. That is for you to get resource, to check your answers as well as to get help. Please use that. And also the homework answers. So the homework answer to number 22, what was the solution? Oops, you couldn't see it. Oh, okay, so it was a turtle, and the next one is a rabbit.